What's up guys, it's Piper being flawless as always. I am so excited to make this video for you guys for obvious reasons. RuPaul's Drag Race Season 8 has finally premiered and oh my god, I'm living. So I'm coming at you today with this video not really as like a episode recap or review or anything, but just kind of like a first impressions of what I think so far about Season 8. I'm super excited about it. I know everybody else is really excited about it, and so far I think this season is going to be amazing. So basically this video today is going to be me sharing my thoughts to you about what I gathered from episode 1 and just my overall thoughts thus far at the beginning of the race.
Bring back my girls.
So I'm just gonna go through the girls in the order that they walk into the workroom and share my opinion. But before I do that, I do want to say there is absolutely not one contestant this season that I dislike. I think that this season is a really solid, good group of girls, and I'll get more into it, but so far, like, there's really no one I dislike. Okay, so diving in. First up, Naomi Smalls. I actually really like her. I think she is so beautiful to look at. She's like looking at like a statue in like a museum. Like, you need to just take it all in. There's a lot to be seen, and it's like simplistic, stunning beauty. She's obviously very young, but I don't know, to me, I think she's at a really good spot in her drag at such a young age, and so I think it's really impressive, and for her to have gotten on the show already, like, that's amazing. I'm so excited to see her looks, and I'm a fan of keeping looks very simple and clean, and I feel like that's what she does. So far I'm rooting for her. She's definitely one of my favorites this season. Alright, next is Cynthia Lee Fontaine. Oh my god. This bitch had me rolling. She's from Austin, Texas, y'all. Like, what? I just got such a kick out of that. I will admit that a lot of times I feel underwhelmed with the Latin queens that they bring on the show, but there's just something about Cynthia, her weird quirkiness, like, it's a little much, and I feel like she's always on, but for some reason, I enjoy it, and I don't mind her sticking around for a little bit. I wouldn't say she's one of my favorites, but I wouldn't mind her sticking around for a little bit, because I feel like she'll have some interesting commentary. Dax exclamation points. I really like her. I'm interested to see what she's going to bring to the show. So far, I believe she's the only one who has basically identified as like a cosplayer drag queen, so it'll be really cool to see how she incorporates that into drag race challenges. And I mean, I can kind of identify as a fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so I mean, I get the whole nerd thing, because deep down at heart, I too am a nerd. Okay, Naysha Lopez. So I will say, when the whole cast was released, she was probably the one that I was least excited about. But I say least excited because I didn't dislike her. She's absolutely beautiful. She is obviously amazing at what she does, considering she's a former Miss Continental, which is like a big fucking deal. And the only reason I say that I was the least excited about her is because she doesn't really do anything that I would do or that I find inspiring for my own personal drag. So that's the only reason, but she's amazing. And not only that, she is like completely male and won Miss Continental. Like, she's fucking stunning. I think that out of all the queens, she seems the most like sincere and genuine and has really good intentions. And you can tell she really wanted to be there on the show. Okay, so Acid Betty, I'm like really on the fence of how I feel about her, because she, appearance-wise and as far as her looks, which are very like weirdly conceptual, like, I'm intrigued by her. Like, I want to see more of her stuff, and I know, I can tell basically that she's gonna last a while on the show. I don't know, I just got like a weird vibe from her in the first episode, like she might be kind of bitchy, but I guess what drag queen isn't, you know? She, to me, is one of the few on this season that I'm like, this bitch is playing to win. Like, she came here to slay everybody. I don't know what she's gonna do. I'm very interested to see how it's gonna go down, but I feel like she's probably maybe gonna be the most dramatic. We shall see. Okay, Robbie Turner. I will say Robbie Turner's little entrance was the funniest to me. I don't know why, I just thought it was really funny. So there's something about Robbie that I like. I don't know what it is. I appreciate her kind of like old Hollywood glamour style, and she definitely has a lot to say in the commentary so far. My first impression of her is that she seems like she wants to be sweet, but she has little like bitchy moments that kind of sneak out. So I feel like I can kind of relate to her in that way. Okay, so obviously I fucking live for Kimchi. Like, there's literally nothing to even dislike about her. At first I kind of thought like, oh, this bitch's lisp is gonna get on my nerves, but like the more I watched it, I'm like, can she talk again? Because I just enjoy hearing her talk. Like, there's something really, really endearing about her. And I think that it's interesting how they pointed out in the first episode that her walk was a little funky. And you know, it's definitely one of those things where it's like, when you can tell that the queen isn't perfect as she may look, it makes them more relatable and more human when they're not perfect in every aspect. And I think that's something about her that people are going to really, really like. Kind of like with Adore, except Kimchi is polished. Okay, Thorgy Thor, like, I can't. I don't, to me, if Thorgy doesn't win, I can already see her being like Miss Congeniality. There's just something about her, to me, that is like, I don't know, just so comforting, but like, she's crazy, kind of like your crazy family member. Like, you love them and like, you love hanging out with them. You know they're crazy, but you're like cool with it. I think she says the funniest stuff. She is really a crazy fireball, but I love her. I can't even describe how much I love her already. Okay, I know everybody is living for Bob the Drag Queen, and I am too. I'm living, don't get me wrong, but like when the cast was released, I didn't know that much about her. I found some of her stuff on YouTube. She is definitely entertaining as frick. She definitely has the mind workings of a winner, of a leader, of somebody who has their shit together. She's one of the people that I am most excited to see in this competition, and I know that she too will have a lot to say and will probably play a big character amongst the girls as the season progresses. Also, her entrance outfit was very clever, and if you didn't pick up on it, go pick up on it, because it was funny. Layla McQueen is hands down like my favorite one this season, and I think it's because I feel like I can relate to her in a way. Like, I feel like she dresses and kind of acts personality-wise similar to how I do. I think what I like about her is that she's not really like the craziest personality or the most out there. Like, her art to me speaks for itself. Her makeup is amazing, her outfits and the way that she puts them together is amazing. I like her. I hope she like blossoms a little bit more. Who knows how long she'll last in the competition, but I just don't necessarily think that having the biggest personality or, you know, the biggest history of drag is what makes a drag superstar or somebody that I admire or look up to or relate to. So that's why I like her so much. Chi Chi DeVayne, I have to say, I was the most surprised by, because when the cast was released, I was like, who is this girl? Like, I literally have never heard her name ever, but her personality is so winning. To me, she had some of the best commentary. It's clear that she has the drive and the passion for what she does. And I don't think there's anything wrong with being a resourceful queen, because sometimes you have to be resourceful to make things happen. And the fact that she is so resourceful is probably what's going to make her an underdog and take her really far in the competition. Her qualities that she has that may not be seen right away are definitely very admirable and can definitely take her very far. Last but not least, I guess, Derek Barry. Derek Barry to me is like neither here nor there. Like, to me, he could either be portrayed as like a really annoying bitch or like actually push past his Britney persona and impress everybody. So I'm definitely open to seeing what he can do. So far I'm just very like, meh, but he's obviously amazing at what he does considering it is his career. He's probably going to be an amazing competitor. I'll just be curious to see if he impresses me with his non-Britney looks and whatever else Britney he does bring, because I'm sure we will see more Britney. That's like inevitable. Derek Barry was kind of like in that same category as Naysha, like, okay, like, whatever, but you know what I mean? There's absolutely nothing bad about her. I think that her looks are polished. I wish she would wear a little more makeup. Like, that's it, just like a little more makeup. You know, but I guess, whatever. So all that being said, I think that my three favorites this season are Layla, Kim, and Thorgy. Do I necessarily think that's going to be top three? No, but I can't help that those are the ones that to me stood out the most and made the best impression. So time will tell how this season will play out, and I feel like it's going to be very unpredictable. But that's what makes the show exciting. Anyways, leave your comments down below about what you guys think of the girls so far. I really have loved reading people's opinions of everyone this season, and so far it seems like everybody is just excited as I am. If you want to keep up with me, you can find me on Snapchat or Instagram. Both are at Piper Mache. And in the meantime, stay flawless as always, no regrets, just love, and I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Alright?